Hey! What is going on, guys? Before we get into the stream, this kit takes an LED unit, which I want to see if I can get this one working. Hello, Alex, Merc, Dodie, Jason, Jammer. Ooh, yeah. These batteries look weird. So yeah, I would like to try this kit with the LED unit if I can. And this LED unit I know is red, but it's not really working, so I hope that it's just because of dead batteries. So hopefully this change of batteries will work. And let me just get this stuff over here organized as well. Ice Raid, Goropala, Yangma, Kamau, Zanaku. How's it going, all of you guys? So yeah, hopefully, the thing is, this is just like a bootleg LED unit from China. So like, it's like $1. And not really the best quality, obviously. But if I can get it working, then it'll at least do the job just for the review anyway. For us to try it out here, and then I'll be able to use that in the review, which I'm going to record right as soon as we're done. So, let's see. Oh no! That's working like even less than before. With the batteries I had in before, like when I turned on the light, I could see just a tiny glimmer of red light. But now, it's nothing. So it wasn't the batteries, it's just a shit LED unit. Could take it apart further and try to figure out what's wrong with it, but I think just can't be bothered. That's annoying though. Dang. So my experience, I think like, I can't remember what it was. I think I ordered these from Samuel Decal. They're not like made by Samuel Decal or anything. He just sells them. What is that beeping sound? Yeah, I ordered them. I ordered like 5 or 6, like one of every color, I think basically that they made. And they're pretty much all garbage. I just would not recommend it. Like one of them worked pretty alright, and that was the one that I used in my Master Grade 3.0 Gundam that I painted in like the prototype Gundam color scheme. I used one of these LEDs in that, and it kind of worked okay, but like all the other ones just don't work. Alright, so that's a bummer. So that's not gonna work. Alright. What is that beeping? Is it coming from outside? It sounds like it's coming from outside. There is a parking lot right outside the window. The legit, is it Jimmer or Jammer? The Jammer? The legit LED units cost like, well, the problem is the legit LED units from Bandai, I think only the green ones, I think, are the only ones that you can just buy normally. The other colors are usually like premium Bandai. Or they, like some specific colors may come with some certain kits, like, for example, they put out that special version of the Origin Master Grade Gundam that came with 2 different like color LED units. So, anyway, let's get on with the build, shall we? So, we're going to start off with the torso. And actually, you only make like, like 3/4 of the torso, because like the top part of the torso, like the center part, like the base of the neck, you make that part along with the head, interestingly, because that's the part that holds the LED unit, and it kind of like it feeds the LED light up into the head. So you just kind of make that all together along with the head part. So that's actually later on in the construction, I think. I don't think it's right after this, but we're going to build it right after this. So start off with the first torso section first. They have some more now because of the model kits. Oh, okay. So Ricardo says that they have blue, yellow, and white also in stores now. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, so yeah, they're 1,000 yen for a 2-pack. So basically $5 for one. Where the Chinese ones, it's $1 for one, and they don't really work. So $5 is not that bad. If obviously, if you have the skills and experience to like just make your own, do your own LED work, then obviously you could do it for a lot less than that. So if that's the kind of thing you're interested, if you're interested in like LED lights in Gunpla, oh my, I forgot to remove the nub marks on the pilot figure. I don't think that's really going to matter too much, but just for the sake of it, I have kind of like a cough for some reason suddenly. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, if you think that LEDs in Gunpla is cool, then it's probably worth just learning how to do LEDs on your own. So I imagine it's not all that difficult. It's just not something that I've ever really taken the time or been interested in doing, because it's not really something that I really find all that interesting in Gunpla. A couple of well-placed LEDs in a kit can look pretty cool, just for like when it's on display for like a model show, or just for at least like while you're taking your photos and stuff. Where did I put that piece there again? But generally, just not really. I just wouldn't be interested in like keeping the LEDs on like all the time. So got that guy there. Need one of our play caps. PC 8. Konbanwa. Noob stacks. First time on here, the desk camera is not synchronized with the face cam. Is that normal? The desk camera and my face camera are not synchronized? Oh yeah, there is a little bit of lag in there, isn't there? That's kind of strange. Never noticed that before. No one's ever pointed that out before. This camera you guys are seeing is like in real time, but yeah, when I'm down here, there is like just a little bit of a lag. That's weird. Huh. I feel like I'm gonna cough again. What was wrong the last time we streamed? What was it last time or the time before? Where I was like all of a sudden getting like terrible heartburn or something. This time all of a sudden I can't stop coughing. And it's a very interesting way that this particular part goes together. It's a little bit strange. Interesting indeed how that shoulder armor or shoulder joint works. Huh. That's kind of neat. Huh. Okay. Alright. Then this one. Like this. Here. And very interesting shoulder joints on there. Easy Jen, hello. Hope the kids are sleeping well tonight. Yeah, they seem they're sleeping well. Neither of them are sick or anything with a cold or anything like that, so they should be sleeping fine. The lag is really minimal. Okay, well, yeah, I wasn't really too concerned about it anyway. But, I mean, like, it was just interesting. I hadn't really noticed that before. I had noticed. I mean, I did know that my hand camera down here. I knew that there was a little bit of a lag with that actually, but I hadn't noticed that my face camera was not lagging at all. You don't really look at that camera very much. I'm usually just looking at like this, what I'm showing you here. So yeah, just relatively simple part for like the core of the inner frame there of the chest. It's just a few pieces before you start slapping on the armor onto it. And so let's go on here. But there are some, the bottom half of the armor for the torso is really cool. I'll show you here in just a second. Get these pieces on here. The size, very wide chest. This is going to be a pretty big kit, and it should be pretty interesting. Show you guys this. Just got this guy in the other day, the Kes Pariah or Kes Airs Geara Doga kit. So it'll be pretty interesting to build this probably next week or something. Probably next week, and then compare it to the Geara Doga. That'll be interesting. So this is the part for like the bottom side of the torso, and like these cutout bits are really cool. Usually that would just be like just a detail, like indented detail or something like that, but the fact that it's actually cut out of there is pretty cool. And we've got these little parts which fit inside of there, these little gray detail parts in there. So there will actually be like a little gray part behind that, but looks like pretty much invisible. I'm not going to see that at all unless you painted it like super bright fluorescent color, like white and then fluorescent yellow over it, or just like a really super bright gold or something like that. You could barely see that gray bit inside there. But it's, I mean, credit to Bandai for extreme attention to detail there, but there you go. I just close that up, and there you kind of got like the main section of the torso, and we've got to build the hatch for the cockpit. Got this little mechanical arm bit for that, and put on armor part on that first, and slide it in. Slide it in. There we go. Then this part on the chest. I don't know, between the Geara Doga and the Geara Doga, I definitely prefer the Geara Doga. Do you know? The Geara Doga is pretty cool. I've never really been as into it as the Yakuto. In my unboxing video, in the information, in like the video description, if any of you guys saw that, I put in the video description that it really kind of seemed like This kit basically makes me think of like the Neo Zeon version of the Jesta. And someone in the comments very rightly pointed out that this is actually the Neo Zeon version of the Jagan, and what was it? The Geara Zulu would be the Neo Zeon version of the Jesta. Like, and as soon as I read the comment, I felt like, oh yeah, that's obviously right. So next we're going to build then the head and the top part of the torso, where you would put an LED unit if you had one that wasn't busted. And this is going to be our first time then working with the soft rubber parts here, which are, at this point, without having put the kit together yet, but having only just cut those parts off the runner, I can say with a pretty good amount of certainty that those soft yellow plastic tube parts are just the worst. They're just garbage. Anyway, we can donate some new kits for future contest prizes. Roshlam, you want to donate kits for contest prizes is, of course, very appreciated. Yeah, you absolutely can do that. The best way would be to contact me, just send a message to me on my Facebook page. It would probably be the best, my ZakuAurelius Facebook page. Very appreciative, thank you. Basically I have, after the current Kotobuka contest that's going on right now, I have another contest lined up like to do like directly after that, and then another contest to do directly after that. So I've got a few contests, and actually another little contest in between that will probably kick off like maybe next week or something like that. I'm just waiting on a package. It's like a sponsored from another Japanese proxy site. Like I've done videos before for like Samurai Buyer and Bai. It's a different website who, and they also wanted to sponsor a couple of prizes. They just wanted to do like a little contest thing as well. So that's cool. And so there'll be a little contest with that as well. Probably just as soon as I get the package from them. So I think they just sent that out today. So maybe next week. Now we have foil stickers for this kit, for like the cameras and stuff, that are really nice, shiny pink. Then for the mono eye, they give us one of these stickers, which is just dull pink. And, like, why? Why, if they're going to give us a sticker for the mono eye on a master grade kit, which, I mean, you take it or leave it, you use it or you don't, whatever. But for anyone who would want to use a sticker for this, why not give a foil sticker? It's much brighter and shinier, and especially the clear part that you stick it onto is curved. And these decal stickers, when you put them on a curved stuff, they show like the bend in the sticker really easily, apparently. So it's just stupid. Bandai did an oopsie on that one, but we'll see. Probably not going to be all that noticeable in general behind all the and a clear part for the visor and then like packed inside the head and everything. Anyway, so. Alright. Speaking of Koto, has anyone heard any more news about those re-release Zoid model kits? Still looking forward to getting those. Yeah, not really new, just the re-release Zoids kits that are coming out. As far as I know, I think are coming out in like June. And it's basically just a couple different versions of the Liger and the other one. And the Scissor, what's it called? What's it called? The dinosaur, Berserk Fury. Damn. So here's what I'm interested to note, or to like check about these soft rubber parts, yellow parts. How necessary is it for them to be in soft rubber? Because as far as I can tell at the moment, none of them are on parts that actually move, that you would need them to bend and move. So if they don't need to move, then they don't really need to be soft. It could have just been just hard plastic, regular, normal parts. That's my question. So at least these on the head definitely fit that. They don't need to move at all. So there's the head minus the top of the head, which you're supposed to come back to later. I'm just going to go ahead and make it right now. So should we make the commander type or the regular type? I'm just going to go for the regular type. The grunts type. We can also make the commander helmet as well. There we go. Zach, they were such a pain in the ass when I tried painting them. Yeah. Sorry, I saw some guy at multi-primer. Yeah, Ricardo is in there. He's talking about painting them. If you have the right paint, you can paint them. But Ricardo, my problem is just being able to sand the parts, or like get rid of even the nubs, and then not even just the nubs, but just like the mold lines on there. So I saw some people talking about in the unboxing video that you can freeze the parts. Like the software parts, you can freeze them, and that will make them hard, and then you can sand them easier. And that makes sense, I guess. That will probably work. Now here, the part does have to curve, so we're taking this and you kind of have to weave it around here. It plugs in at a few different spots. And so it's like, oh, okay, so that's why it needs to be soft, so you can weave it around there. But again, you really didn't need to. It could have just been a single, this hard plastic part that you just fit around here like that. Like it would be, what was it, like, for example, like the HG Moon Gundam. The cables for that were just soft plastic, hard plastic, sorry. So yeah, so far I'm still feeling like those parts were completely unnecessary. But let's continue on. Yeah, MGs aren't that hard. Replace it with some cheap craft store beads and wire. For the DJ adding, I'm just going to replace the cords on the DJ, replace them with just the springs. With this one, I don't know though, because I think they were much bigger. So I don't know if I would really like the way that springs would look on it. Pop that into place, and just pop over the that's backwards, over the top of that. So here's where you would put the LED unit, inside there, and then put the head on top of that, and then you don't actually put this onto the kit until much later, but I'm just going to put it on right now. And yeah, there we go. So there's that. Definitely looking pretty cool. I like it, I like it. And the optional part for the head there. Alright, let's build the waist section first. The manual has us going to the arms next. I'm going to build the waist section, and then the legs, and then the arms. So in the waist section we have the largest of the soft yellow tubing parts, which will obviously curve around the waist section, but again, feeling like they probably didn't have to. PC7 use here. All I can say is the pain to remove the head once you got the LED unit in there to turn it off. On this kit, Fenrix said it's a pain to remove the head. Hola. Okay, and this part here on the front. Okay, and this part here on the front of that. Okay, this part here on the inside of the back skirt. So you got nice details there, and a little bit ill-fitting part because of a nub, or just a piece of plastic stuck up inside there. Oh no, it is a nub. And this part is going to be like impossible to get off. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Shit. Shoot. Dang. Stupid. I missed the nub on this gray inner part, so when I put it together it was not fitting in just perfectly here over on the side. And the problem is once you get that part in there, it's just like stuck in there, so it was really hard to pry that out. So. Crisis averted. Alright. Swing that part there, swing that around, and then it's supposed to fit in through there, apparently. No, it kind of didn't, alright. There's flap there. This piece for later holding some weapons onto the back skirt. Not sure what, maybe holding a V-Max or something? I can't remember. That bit goes there, and the front skirts. I really like the design of the front skirts on this kit. It's a simple thing, but I like just like the straight one panel line, just like straight across the front of that. It's just kind of an interesting detail. I like it. That's not right. That's right. And then we got our tube parts, yay! Again, for those of you guys in the chat, if if you are asking a question directly to me, please just put it in all caps so I can see it easier. Thank you. Or tag me in the post, in your comment. Or, anyway, and just thank you in general for hanging out there, commenting if you're asking questions or just hanging out, chatting amongst yourselves, or just watching without commenting at all. Thanks for coming to hang out. Hope you guys are enjoying the increased amount of Twitch streaming lately. I know that my streaming in general is not the most high-tech, it's not the most fancy, and I'm certainly not the most entertaining person to watch, I'm sure. But hopefully it's just a cool way for you guys to kind of see the kits before the review anyway. And this part 2 also. Oh, what is that? Interesting. Ah, it's the wrong one. There is a specific left and right for these. Didn't notice that. That's why that doesn't fit. That makes sense. And another nub I missed. One thing to note while building the legs, be careful with the ankles. Shoot. Alex is playing a game, okay. Game on, Alex. It's all good, man. Fenric said, the one thing to note while building the legs, be careful of the ankles. I had one snap on me when I built mine for MosquitoCon. Alright. We'll be careful of the ankles. Winged Wolf said, have you ever built an entire MG frame first, then applied all the armor? I want to say I probably have at some point. I don't remember offhand. But it's likely that I have done that at some point. I want to say, I think maybe I did that for either the MG Origin Gundam or the 3.0 Gundam. One of those, I think maybe I did that. So there's the whole center body and head section. Now let's move on to the legs. A little bit more substantial as we have a lot more parts here going on to the legs, of course. You should mix in some of your chill as fuck music in the background. I think that will help. Yeah, Noob Sax, I had some music that I was using in my streaming for a while, and it was just like one of those like 2-hour long like chill beat things you can find on YouTube. If you just search like chill beats or like study beats or something like that, you can find like on these like there's a lot of times there's like live streaming channels that are just like constantly live streaming that kind of music, or there'd be like 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour long things. So I had one of those. I had one of those music files that I was playing in the background on my live streams, but among the beats in that like a 2-hour long compilation, a couple of the songs in there were actually licensed songs, so every time I was uploading those videos to YouTube they were getting flagged, so I had to stop using that music. And so I need to find some more. I just haven't found some more yet. Basically I would say it's just to bring your own music to whatever music you want to listen to, just play it in the background. I'm sure you guys can sort that out. Yeah, as Rashlam said, music can cause issues when you upload to YouTube. It's fine if I could find some duty-free music that was... The thing is, I want to be able to find like one long music file rather than having to have like a playlist or something. Multiple songs to worry about or something. Gullenvox, I was thinking of getting a detailed mechanic poster or a book for good ideas for scribing patterns. Do you have any recommendations? There's a lot, and I'm sure if Ricardo's there in the chat, he can give you a lot of ideas as well. Ricardo knows a lot of books probably better than I do. But any of like the Gundam Archive books are great for that kind of stuff. They can be a little bit more expensive depending on which one you're looking for. It can be kind of harder to find. But yeah, those in general are really good. Otherwise, I did a review of a book not too long ago. Ricardo, just read up there in the chat a little bit in case you missed it. I'm talking about the books. I did a review of this book here. I have it nearby. I can grab it. This book is also pretty good. Here. The Penal Line Technique from Gundam Pro Factory. I did a review of this, so you can check out on YouTube. I did a whole video going through that book. And it has a lot of just about like scribing designs and scribing theory kind of thing like that, like how to design, plan out your panel lines, things like that. So they're not going to be like, there are a few specific model kits actually used in the book, of course, but if you want just a lot of like nice line work and things like that. Posters, I'm not sure about that. Where do you guys usually get them books? A good source, if it's like Japanese books they're looking for, a good source I think is Mandarake, or I think Amiyami also, online. Those stores have online shops that will cater to foreign customers. Otherwise, I mean, there's any other thing like eBay or Amazon, you'd be able to get them. They would just be from like a Japanese seller, most likely. Alright. Let's get these feet built, shall we? Any of you guys know the band 3 Inches of Blood? Anyone? Chime in there in the chat if you are aware of that band. 3 Inches of Blood, anyone? Anyone? I have one song stuck in my head tonight, and basically it's like, I think it's probably like the only one song from them that I really like anyway. It's the only one that I have on my iTunes. But it's sort of like if John Williams and J.R.R. Tolkien, like of the Lord of the Rings, got together and started like a metal band, and that's what I imagine is like the best way to describe 3 Inches of Blood. There's a lot of bands like that. Nope, you said never heard of them. There are scans of a lot of the books, if you know where to look. Yeah, there's a lot of them scanned online as well. Support the authors, y'all. Yes, you should support the authors. I don't know, but like, when it comes to, now let me know what you guys think about this, because maybe you'll disagree with me on this one, but I have a kind of similar view about like resin kits. Is that, yeah, if you can get the book directly like from the author, or if you buy it like the initial release, like from like a bookstore in Japan, if like it's a new book that like just came out, and you can buy it just right off the shelf there in Japan, then yeah, in that case, that's probably the best way to actually support whoever made that book. But like all the Japanese books, I mean, they're just like they're just produced like they'll be produced like by Hobby Japan or something like that, or whatever, some like big company. So it won't be like one artist's work in the book. It'd be a big compilation of like obviously a lot of stuff gone into that. But if you're buying from like Mandarake or any Amazon would also be. I mean, you'd be buying it secondhand. So when you're buying it secondhand, then at that point you're not the book's original sale has already gone to the author. At that point, you're just supporting whatever other business you're buying it from. So like if you bought it from Mandarake, you're just supporting Mandarake. Mandarake is not kicking back any of that money from that sale to the author. So, and like Ricardo said there in the chat, a lot of them are not printed. So whatever money that original author was gonna make from that book is already made. It's not in print anymore. So buying the book secondhand is not going to take money out of the pocket from the original creator. So that's why, well, I wouldn't encourage people like, yeah, if you can buy the book, then by all means you should buy it. I prefer just having an actual book to look at anyway, rather than scans. It's just more comfortable, I think. Like having scans is really easy. You just pull it up on your computer whenever you want to look at it, but just having an actual book to like hold and look at is nice as well. So yeah, I would prefer to have the book as well, but I wouldn't be opposed to downloading scans to have as well, or in place of the book if I couldn't get a hold of it or something. But that's just me. What do you guys think about it? Obviously, who was that? Noobstacks, I think it was, who chimed in about that. It's an interesting topic to debate, I think. I can see the point that you were trying to make about that. So here again we have these soft tubes here on the back of the knees, where they appear to really be completely unnecessary to be soft. God damn! I'm gonna have to stop streaming in general because like apparently my body just like starts functioning really weirdly when I stream. You know, like some weird hiccup thing. I don't know. Alright, but maybe these ones here, okay, these ones need to be also, so they need to be bent, but like they could have just been a bent shape of molded hard plastic. AOZ books 1 to 3 are about $15 used, 4 to 6 are about $18 to $120 each. From outside of Japan, I get that most of the profit will go to the pockets of resellers. Yeah. Winged Wolf, do you still have the video on demand of you building the Neozeon? No, I don't. Sorry. That was just only done at that time. I'm pretty sure I didn't save that one, so. But that's it. I will be getting the new 2 Neozeum, or second Neozeum, they're calling it right? The new P Bandai version of that, which I will probably live stream build that one, and I'll be able to save that. And obviously, most of it's the same build, so we'll be building that kit. That'll be fun. I'm gonna need to figure out where I'm gonna put it. I'll just like put a cloth over it and tell my wife that we got a new coffee table. Okay, so kind of interesting how the tubes work here on the front of the leg. They're in this part which does seem like it's going to move maybe when the leg moves. So maybe they will be a little bit more necessary in this particular case. Oh. What's up? Let's see here then. The other kind of problem with them, aside from just the painting issue being a problem and sanding issue being a problem for them, is that the parts that they plug onto, it's not really very strong connection. So it's kind of hard to hold them in place while you're putting the part together. But anyway, just putting that on there and then slide that up to the front, and then we're going to finally close up the leg here. So kind of interesting, a little bit complicated construction there for the lower leg. But kind of cool how that goes together. How that should go together. Why suddenly mine's not quite fitting together here. Something's not lined up. Alright, something is not lined up. What is the problem? That's supposed to go down like that, and that's supposed to go forward like that before we put this part on here, so maybe that was what's making the difference. Let's see. Yep, okay. So apparently that actually made a difference. The angle of the ankle while you're putting the lower leg together does make a difference. Good to know. We can straighten out that knee and put in our thigh frame parts here. PC4. Prices for shipping shit to the US went up, Zach. Dropped 45K. Yeah. Stop the chat. On a 2 kilogram package to North Carolina. She heard me say Neos Young. Yeah, Ricardo. Yeah, she might have heard that and came in to check. We have numerous Master Archive books on Amazon for about $35 each. Yeah, Alex was here on the scene while I was debating if I really wanted to get the Neo Xeon or not. It's just too cool. Alright. What? That came apart again at the top. Why? You're tearing me apart, Lisa. And that one goes there. This one goes here. And put on our thigh armor parts up here. Like that. These armor parts. Put on here, and that's upside down. Here and there. And then this one here. This one down there. And this one on the back of here. And these, I need polycap. C12. You ever finish, Alex, did I ever finish that build for USA Gundam Store? Alex! Come on, man. You know, if I've ever finished a build, you'd have seen it. No, I've not. I'm actually starting on that tomorrow. If you're talking about the Deep Striker, yeah. So, what Alex is referring to is the Master Grade Deep Striker. I'm going to be building and painting as a commission for USA Gundam Store. And I'm starting on that actually tomorrow. I'm going to start disassembling it and getting that ready for painting sometime in the near future, as soon as I can, amongst other things. So. There we go. There's the leg. Very big, bulky feet. How huge the foot is compared to like the leg in general. The feet are huge. There you go. It's almost like, it's not quite like Zaku 3 ridiculous, but those are some pretty big feet on this guy. Do you have an order you plan to do your backlog in whenever you get around to, or is just whatever catches your fancy? A Winged Wolf, yeah, a lot of, like, I have in my mind an order of basically, not for my entire backlog, of course, because that would be kind of ridiculous. That would be like a 40-year plan. But I have like the next 3 or 4 builds that I want to do in mind. Yeah, but a lot of times that will change. A lot of times something else will come up that I want to try to fit in between, and then that will just kind of like throw it off for a while. It happens. Alright. Let's turn back here for the foot. Alright. Scuffles, how's it going, man? Did you ever make that German... did you make that German grenade video tutorial to go along with this kit? No, I didn't. It just kind of... yeah, you might think that, but actually I didn't. No, that was an idea for a video that I wanted to make for a little while. And it just so happens that I just kind of had the time last night to just go ahead and record that, so I just did. So yeah, the Sturmfaust video. So yeah, no, it's something I had been wanting to make, and it just so happens that it worked out that I made it right at the same time that I'm working on this kit, which is kind of well known for having some Sturmfaust as its kind of like one of its main weapons. So no, it was just a coincidence. But yeah, I noticed that as well. It's kind of funny. And kind of the other thing is why I did that video now, because I showed at the end of the video that I was making that particular one I was making to use with the downboard kit, with the downboard little mini figure. And actually I was putting together that, or not putting together, I was just like prepping, because it's a figure, there's nothing to put together. I was prepping that downboard little mini figure capsule toy to use for a different tutorial, which I alluded to at the end of that one. I said I was going to use it for another tutorial as well coming up soon. So I was preparing that to use for a different tutorial, and then just like had the idea of using a Panzerfaust, Sturmfaust with that, and I thought, well, I've been wanting to make a video about how to make them for a while, so it was a really good opportunity to just kind of kill two birds with one stone. So I made that video, and then I'll make the other video that I was planning on making with that little capsule toy in the near future, maybe tomorrow or something. I'll record that. But yeah, I've got like a handful on my phone. I've got a little list going of like a handful of like that sort of videos like that, like just like kind of short but like very specific kind of tutorial videos. Like I had the one a couple days ago about how to paint the sleeves markings on kits, and then I had that one about like how to build a Sturmfaust. And so I've got a little list going of those, of just like these little kind of very specific little quick tutorials for things that I'm planning on making over the next couple weeks that just don't require just like a whole lot to actually make the videos. So it's just the kind of thing that I can make relatively simply, but I think they'll be just kind of cool videos for people, so pretty excited about that. Obviously still working on other things, like the Tristan, of course, is still working on just sanding all of that. Favorite beam rifle in the Gundam franchise? Young asked my favorite beam rifle in the Gundam franchise. The Shinanju's beam rifle is pretty badass, I gotta say. Especially with the grenade or the rocket bazooka attached onto that. It's pretty dope. That is just the first thing that comes to mind. I would have to like really think about it and look at it a lot more to be able to say for certain, but the Shinanju's beam rifle is pretty dope. Alright, so we got this section here. You know, lately while I've been building, like, well, it was only just a couple months ago that I built the HG Shinanju Stein and then building the Master Grade Shinanju Stein. It's kind of reminded me a little bit of the, I forget what the company was actually now. Was it MC? What was it, Model Comprehend? That bootleg company that I think is now gone, that made the, and I did a review of this ages ago. It's like one of the first reviews on my channel. What was that? Shit, sorry. The head weapon system. New Gundam. The new Gundam, the 1/144 scale new Gundam with the heavy weapon system. Like, I forget what the company it was that made that. I think it was Model Comprehend. But yeah, that kit is a pretty cool kit, and I would like to, I'd like to actually go back and work on that kit at some point, like as in like work on it for painting. Remember that? Have any of you guys? Yeah, the MC Gundam, the new Gundam with heavy weapon system. Yeah, that's like a really old review on my channel. If you guys have seen that, then you've been around for a while, or you've really dug deep into my videos. Damn it! This was really easy on the first leg. Why am I having trouble getting this part in on the second leg? That fits into there, and this fits into here. There we go. And then this part. Wasn't that one you sold? No, the one that I sold was the Hainu Gundam version Wu Yu Dong. It's the version of the Hainu. But I still have the version of the new Gundam with the heavy weapon system. I still have that over here. Winged Wolf said, any plans for video 2000 since it's a little over 100 videos away? Yes, kind of. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. And I think what it's going to be is a just kind of announcement, kind of upgrade video to my channel. So again, if you've been around my YouTube channel for a while, then you know it's gone through kind of stages, which I've just called like 1.5, 2, 2.0, 3.0. And it's currently on the 4.0 stage in progression. And it's time for an update. So I think probably at video 2000 is when I'll update the channel to the 5.0 stage. So I'm thinking about what all that's going to entail. I'm gonna keep my same like logo and like text font, but other artwork and things will change. And what else? I want to also, just make some other changes probably here and there, just in terms of like just the format of things, maybe just different aspects of videos, like review videos or unboxing videos. I might do it a little bit differently. It's not all actually decided quite yet. I'm still like thinking about it. I have 100 videos to go, so probably in about 2 months. And also, coincidentally, right around that time is probably when I'll be coming close to the 100,000 subscriber mark as well. So it'll be kind of a pivotal time, and not like a lot is really going to change on my channel at this point, but there'll be some milestones. Oh, damn. 2,000 videos, 100,000 subscribers. I'll actually be past 2,000 videos before that, because my live stream, YouTube live stream videos like a Gunpla Talk, things like that, those aren't counted. I don't count those in the normal counting. And then also the Twitch archive, re-uploads of Twitch streams aren't counted in that either. So I'm actually probably close to passing 2,000 already. Have you built the MG Wing Gundam TV version? No, X-Ace. I've never built the TV version of the Wing Gundam because that's my least favorite version of the Wing Gundam. I don't really like that design at all. Where could I send some artwork for you? It's digital artwork. Yang, if you want to send anything to me, digital artwork or anything at all, the best way is just, again, to contact me via my Facebook page. That's the kind of the best way to get in touch with me if you want to talk about anything like that directly. Noobs tax, yeah. Get that hashtag going. PewDiePie is doing fine. He got Elon Musk to host Meme Review, so no more subscribe to PewDiePie. You guys all need to go out there and let everyone know. Subscribe to ZakuAurelius. Someone's got to tell people to do it, because I'm not. That was difficult. Alright, and he's standing. And he's a big boy, for sure. Alright. Get these parts lined up there a little bit. There you go. Heard on Gaming Podcat that long VOD of Twitch streams hurt the channel on YouTube. Oh, that's interesting. My ad revenue on YouTube has been a little bit down lately. I know it's always down in January. It was way down in January because I think everyone's is. But now that it's bounced back from the January drought, it is a little bit lower than it was. It's kind of like hovering lower than it was before, so maybe it has to do with uploading my Twitch streams. Something about video engagement goes down among the formats. Interesting, I wonder about that. I would be interested to know kind of more conclusively if that's really a thing or not, because then I would maybe consider about how frequently I would re-upload, or like how much of my Twitch videos I would re-upload to YouTube. Got the articulated fingers here I haven't cut out because they're very specific parts. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to tell them. There's like such a little bit difference between them. I wouldn't be able to tell them apart if I cut them out already, so I haven't cut those out, prepared those quite yet. How about making a second channel called ZakuAurelius Live to upload archives? Possibly, but like the re-uploads really don't get all that many views, really. So I don't know if it would really be worth the trouble of doing that. I mean, it might be. But you know what I mean? If like a typical video, I actually don't really know offhand. If a particular video, or like if most videos, say for example, get an average of, let's say, 5,000 views, and the Twitch stream re-uploads get around like 900. Much less. They just don't get as many views. So, am I putting this on? No, why is that not fitting into it? What? Why is this not fitting into here? What? What? What the fuck did I do wrong? Gundam. Jan's a Gundam meme review. Actually, that's been a video that I've been contemplating doing for a really long time. Obviously, I don't have a Reddit page, but I've just been thinking about just asking people to post Gunpla, like Gundam-related memes on my Facebook page, and then do like a kind of meme review of just like Gundam memes. But the reason why I haven't done that is just because 95% of all Gundam memes I've ever seen are pretty lame. So like, I just don't think that it'll really be all that funny for me anyway. Well, it's important that it'd be funny for me, because like if I'm just like going through the memes and just like feeling kind of bored and that they're all unfunny, it's not going to be a very fun video to watch. You're a big fan of the Take My Money G Gundam meme. Gullen Vox, thank you for subscribing. First of all, Gullen, I appreciate it. Yeah, like you get some memes that are good sometimes, but a lot of them are just kind of like cringy. A lot of the Gundam memes are just not as dank as their normal meme brothers. Gundam is too dark for memes. YouTube is a more mainstream platform. Gun Cannon as well, thank you for subscribing. Much appreciated, guys. The entire G Gundam series was a meme. I feel like I don't know. There's a good amount of people, I think, who enjoy G Gundam. And I think like in general it is just kind of thought of as a meme, I think, by a lot of people, but a lot of people do also enjoy it, and I don't want to say like it's not even like secretly enjoy it, but usually people are pretty open to admitting to liking it. It's not like something that I feel like is really like to look down. So like it's not like if you like, let's say for example Age. I think if you said that you like Age, that a lot of people like in the community would probably scoff a little bit, because Age is not very highly thought of, I think. It's typically kind of thought to be more childish, which is kind of funny considering how popular like build fighters and build divers have been, which I haven't watched Age, but I can't imagine that Age is any much more childish than build fighters and build divers. But whereas with G Gundam, I don't think there's that stigma. I think it's just like people may just wonder like why you like a shit tier Gundam series, but I don't know. I feel like there's a good amount of love for G Gundam out there as well. It might just be a lot of people in the West though too, because G Gundam was one of the first Gundam series that we were exposed to. And this particular yellow piece here was very tricky to get in place there inside that part. Scuffles, you actually loved the Age series. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It seems like from the people who have actually watched Age, a lot of them seem to like it. It's just that a lot of people just never watched it, including myself. So that's why I've never really been one to be too judgmental of it, because I've never watched it. And I wouldn't be opposed to watching it, I've just never gotten around to it. I should at some point. And especially too because the kits are quite good. The Master Grade Age kits that I built, which is actually only the Age 2, was a solid Master Grade. And the high grades, the few age high grades that I built are all really nice for high grades. That was kind of like right at the time when the high grades in general were like starting to get a lot better, and I think that age kits were a big part of that as well. So. Oh, that's why I'm missing. Putting these armor parts on here and noticing that they don't really fit that well. It's because I missed a part that was supposed to go inside of there. So yeah, a lot of people who have actually watched Age seem to like it. The kits are solid, so I should give it a try at some point. Camille was the most annoying main in any series. Even his seed counterpart Shin wasn't as bad. I actually haven't finished watching Double Zeta. So I need to watch that. To see about judo, but I was not really a huge judo fan either. As far as most disliked protagonists. Just going back to G Gundam, I think that Domon was a pretty good protagonist. Because he's like cheesy and goofy. That's like the whole thing of like G Gundam. So that's just kind of cheesy, and goofy. But like that's their stick. That's like kind of what they're going for with it, and it works, I think. So Domon's a pretty awesome protagonist. I really like Banager as a protagonist as well, because he has like the same kind of moments of like being a little bitch. Like a lot of them seem to be like Amuro, Camille, even like Jesus Yamato. They all go through that stage of like, oh, I'm actually killing people. What am I doing? But like with Banager, it seemed like, or Banaji, it was a lot. It was kind of passed over more quickly. They didn't like spend too much time on that portion of the character arc, which is good. And his way of getting through that, I thought, was more interesting too. Whereas like the person who kind of helped him get through it was Zinnerman. Oh, that's Hiya. All right. Yeah. What was I saying? Banager. And I think what was that episode 5? I want to say of Unicorn, where he's hanging out in the desert with Zinnerman. That's some pretty boss material there. And this doesn't really want to stay together, this little thruster bell part here. It's very loose, it seems like. Yeah. Oh, that really doesn't want to stay on there at all. That's annoying. But we're going to put this part over that. Putting the spikes in the shield, and we get polycap in there as well. Let's see, 1. Yeah, Hero Yui was not a very good protagonist either. He was good for, like, yeah, the one-liners. Whereas, like, if you saw just that one clip of, like, Hero Yui delivering one of his one-liners, you'd be like, yeah, badass. But, like, the whole rest of the series is just like, alright, what's this guy's deal? Come on. Wing, in general, just unfortunately doesn't really hold up as well, I think. It's good for the nostalgia, no doubt. Oh, okay. On there. There's arm, now we need to make the hand. Yeah, the I'll kill you line from Hero. Did any of you guys ever play the Gundam Battle Assault game? I'm sure some of you guys did. It's specifically Gundam Battle Assault 2. Was great because, like, when you did your special move, you got like the little character animation or whatever, and so Heroes was like if you're using the Wing Zero custom, Hero comes out and does the "I'll kill you" before his like special attack. It's pretty awesome. Anybody play Gundam Battle Assault 2 on the PlayStation 1? Wasn't it? PSP? No. Yep, PS1. Oh lord, that's too old. Gundam Battle Assault 2's soundtrack was amazing though. I don't really remember the soundtrack offhand. F3 and 6. Hmm. 4, 7, 5, 7. Okay. Oh, that's a good mecha PS1 game. Yeah, it was fun. I never played a lot of fighting games, especially not a lot of fighting games around that time, so I don't know how it stacked up like as a fighting game. Probably not that good, I'd imagine. But for like a young Gundam fan, it was a lot of fun. It was like clunky. I can't remember the YouTube channel now, but a friend of mine a few years back sent me this video of like this YouTube channel where they play this old video games. I'm sure there's tons of YouTube channels that do that, so it's probably not going to be very easy to narrow it down from that description, but they were playing Gundam Battle Assault 2, and it was just pretty funny because the one guy just kept picking the Big Zam for his fighter. So it was pretty comical. Yeah, I forget what the channel was though. If you just searched, like on YouTube, if you just searched like Gundam Battle Assault 2 Big Zam, it would probably be one of the first ones that come up, I imagine. There would probably be some like just like Big Zam gameplay videos. But then if like you found one from like one of those classic game review channels or something like that. On the very off chance that any of you guys know what I'm talking about, feel free to post a link or something in the chat. I'm not going to go and look for it right now. But if I can remember to do so, then after the stream is done, I'll find a video and post it on my Facebook page or something. No, Front Mission 3. I never actually played that. I remember seeing it a lot, like seeing the box art, and it looked dope. But never actually played it. But apparently it's pretty good, huh? I always forget that I have been away from Gunpla longer than a lot of Gunpla enthusiasts have been alive. Yeah. Yeah, that happens. It holds up super good. Gundam Battle Assault 2 holds up super good, you say? Interesting to note. The most recent Gundam game that I've not Battle Assault 2. Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3. I played Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2 and Gundam 3. Never really played the first one. I think I tried the first one a little bit like later on after I'd played 2 for a while. I tried 1 and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, 2 is just better. I'll just stick with 2. But I actually quite enjoyed those as well. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? But I like that kind of game. It's cool just flying Gundams around, or any of the mobile suits in the game. And that's another cool thing. There's a lot of cool mobile suits to choose from in the game, which I appreciated. But just flying them around and just taking out loads and loads of grunts is pretty fun. But after playing 2 and 3 quite a bit, I definitely would recommend Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3 over 2. So kind of weird, these articulated hands, because they have one joint, but then like it's just one joint here. There's no joint in this digit of the fingers, so it's going to be kind of hard to do this with my actual fingers. So just close like that. You can see here. Anyway, so closed. They look really weird. Closed like that. So I think these are just going to be best used for like just open hands, basically. Anyway, there's that. Get this hand on here and get the other arm built, so then we can move on to the weapons and finish this guy up. Get the hand on here. They're similar to the Marasai hands. Oh, Master Grade Marasai is another one that I've never built, but I like it. It looks cool. Just never built it. I actually have the Master Grade Marasai Unicorn version, the P Bandai kit. That was way back. It's a really old P Bandai kit. It's probably one of the first P Bandai kits that I ever got. Basically, the only difference is the color of it, and it comes with the what is that weapon called? It's called like the the weapon that the Hammurabi uses. Serpent? Sea serpent or something like that? That like kind of rifle slash beam saber thing. The high grade comes with that as well. The high grade unicorn version of the mouse axe. I have reviewed the high grade version of that. Tiziano, can I ask you something? Did you like the MG Infinite Justice? I never built the MG Infinite Justice, so I couldn't say. The MG Justice was pretty awesome though. It was a pretty cool kit for sure. How old is this kit? Is it easy to get? Should be pretty easy to get. I don't imagine it'd be very difficult to get. It's from 2013, so it's good. It's getting up there in age now, but it's still, I think, I would still consider it a modern MG. I wouldn't really think of it as like a too old of an MG. This point cap fits into the shoulder part. It's really tight in there. But then that one's going to go into here. It's a little tiny piece stuck inside this piece. Don't worry for the name, I'm Italian. Sorry. Looks like the Hyzak uses the same style hands too. Really? The Master Grade Hyzak. The Master Grade Hyzak is another design that I just don't really like. The Master Grade, oh, just not the Master Grade, just the Hyzak in general. The Hyzak and the Zaku Kai, or the Zaku 2FZ, the one that's getting the RE kit coming out in the near future. Two kind of like Zaku 2 sort of variants that I just don't really like at all. It's kind of a good example of like how the Zaku in general is like such a weird design. That it looks, Zaku 2 is an awesome design. It just goes to show how if you tweak it a little bit, it just looks bad. In my personal opinion. Just because I don't like those versions of it. Let's see if we can get the rubber piece on this arm in easier. But again, another example of how this rubber piece really didn't need to be rubber, as this could have just been a regular just hard plastic part to fit inside of there. Wow. Isaac, no, there's a kit that needs an HG revive. Who knows, with the P Bandai, with all like the P Bandai stuff that Bandai has been putting out recently for Advance of Zeta, maybe they'll do a new kind of like Advance of Zeta version of the Hyzak. But they'll probably still use the old kit. I don't think they'll make like a revived version of the kit for that, unfortunately. But I could see them putting on kind of like what they're doing with the new next round of Advanced Zeta stuff that's coming out, how that's just like the Advanced Hazel. It's like the same old kit, but with some new parts in it to make some different variants. like basically kind of like a kit bashing set, like Advanced Zeta kit bashing set for that. I could see them putting out something like that with the high Zak, possibly. But the high Zak in Advanced Zeta doesn't really have much in the way of variance. So I don't know. Who knows? It would be helpful if I put in the polycap there for the wrist, though, before I put that together. So let's go ahead and do that. Where are we? That goes into there. And like that. And then this one goes over the top of that. Okay. For our hand, let's go ahead and put that together as well while we're here. Before we move on to the shoulder. PG Goof. Before a PG Goof, I would want a new version of the Master Grade Goof Custom using the 2.0 Goof. Personally. So we got that there, and this one here, and then PC 3 here for that. This one goes over the top of that. I think maybe I have those switched. I think I have these thruster bells here, maybe backwards. Maybe that's why they don't fit quite right. It's like one bigger one and one smaller one. Oh, yeah, that seems to fit a little bit tighter. I think I had them the wrong way. Yes, that makes sense. They should have made that in a little bit better way so that you can't put them in the wrong way. But I guess that's why you're supposed to pay closer attention to the manual when you're preparing the parts. But that works better. Alright then. So we got those bits on there, that one on there, that one on there. And this part just fits over the top of that. And this little spike fits over the top of that. And turn the page. I love an MG DOM origin. Are you guys looking forward to the upcoming release of the Duage? I am. I'm looking forward to that. I like that version of the DOM. And if you guys have never seen my review of the Master Grade DOM, despite the kit's age, that kit holds up really well, I think. A lot of people say, sorry. I hear a lot of people say they want a 2.0 Master Grade DOM, but obviously a 2.0 could be better. And I'm sure that the kit could be improved upon, but the original Master Grade DOM is not bad at all, I feel like. So there we go. The main body is done. I need to build the other hand here though really quickly. Do you think that the MG Dark Matter was so bad? Because I love it. Tiziana, I don't think that the MG Dark Matter was bad actually. I quite enjoyed that kit. Not really that big of a fan of the Dark Matter, like in the series or like as a design in general. But the kit I thought was quite cool. A lot of gimmicks and stuff, and a lot of like weapon options and things like that, which is nice. So. It's actually, and the nice thing, well, nice, depending on your point of view, but one thing that you could enjoy about the MG Dark Matter is all the leftover parts that you have. You have a ton of leftover parts with that kit. And if you like having a bunch of leftover parts for like kit bashing or like customizing or things like that, there's a lot in that kit. And so like if you wanted to customize your Dark Matter by using some different parts, like so for example, like for the thigh armor or something, you have I think I remember offhand you had like a few different options for maybe what you would want to use for your thigh armor for that, because it had like parts of like the original Exia's thigh armor and then the new thigh armor for the Dark Matter, and then I think it also had like the thigh armor for like the Exia Repair 2 or something like that in there as well. So this is an example. I think it had like a bunch of leftover parts for different shoulder armor and things like that as well. So what are you talking about? I'm really digging Vegeta's vinyl 82 is working on. You find it weird they changed his name to his actual name. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care about that. Henry's a cool dude. Based on his Twitter feed, it seems like he really wants to. I don't think he's quit his day job quite yet, but it seems like he wants to do just like Gunpla and art as like a full-time thing. And so that's why I think one of the reasons why there's been increase recently in the videos he's been putting out, because he's trying to work towards that, I think so. Cool. I support that. Warrior, hi, how's it going? With the MG Alex 2.0, did you think we'll see some derivative suits like the Jim Custom, Jim Quell, or the Jim Cannon 2? I haven't really thought too much about that, really, so I don't know. Couldn't really say. Any of that all sounds pretty cool to me. I'd be down. I want my Lord Astray. Yeah, with all the different Astrays they're putting out, still a Lord Astray and or a Testament Gundam would be pretty cool. Or what's the other one? Maybe that's it. I want a non-P Bandai Draw C kit. There is. The regular Draw C is not P Bandai. I have it. That's another kit I need to get around to reviewing. I have like a pretty good stack of like probably 10 or so like a little bit older HGUC kits that I need to get around to reviewing. So I know in there's like the Draw C and the Easy 8, the Goof Custom, like the Gelgu Jaeger. What else? Jim Cannon 2, the Domtropen, the original Jagan, the Ewok Zak. That's a pretty interesting one because the first time I went to Japan, ooh, yo, that's not good. I just broke this hand, I'm pretty sure. The first time that I went to Japan was in 2009, and it was right when the HGUC Ewok Zak came out, so it was everywhere. And like, if you've ever been to any like the stores in Japan, or they'll put just like whatever like the most recent releases out like in like big stacks, like right in like the front doors, and like so you'll just see stacks of it, loads of it everywhere, whatever the latest release is. And it was that kit at that time, so I just remember at that time when I was there in Japan, and I actually thought it was a really cool design, and I did buy some kits while I was there at the time, but not that one. Strangely, although like later on, in retrospect, I was glad that I didn't, because it actually didn't really look like that good of a kit. But now I actually do have one. Just need to get around to building it. I think there is an elephant in the room that needs to be addressed. A certain tutorial has popped up on YouTube on how to build runner holders. Please share your thoughts on such an invasion into our community. Huh? I think I know what you're talking about, but the way you worded that makes me not want to answer that question. I'm sure people know what video I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure I do, and I'm not going to comment on that. But, yeah, I just don't really need to comment on that directly, but I will say that there will be a funny video sort of related to that, although not really. But I recorded a funny video last night, which I think you guys will see maybe 2 days later, after the review of this guy. Ah, shit. I need to take apart this hand, and it's not cooperating. There we go. No, I'm going to take it apart some more. Yes, meme on it. Yeah, kind of memeing on it. Kind of goofing on it, but not just that video which you're talking about. It's not just memeing on just that video, it's just memeing on the whole runner organization problem in general. I'll fart on your pillow before you sleep. Yeah, it's not really, it's not a goof on that particular video or channel, it's just a goof on the whole concept in general of coming up with some like elaborate way to organize your runners. Okay. Now the backpack, which fortunately is very simple. Just like a few parts and just a load of thruster bells. Uh-oh. Go to apply, you still don't know what we're talking about? That's fine. Honestly, it's fine not to know. Like I said, I don't really want to comment on it, I don't need to comment on it, so I'm just not going to comment on that. Up until this point in the entire construction, you aren't using any of the foil stickers, which there are only really a couple of them in general, but You aren't using any of them until you get around to the backpack. A couple of cameras here on the back of the backpack, which is interesting. Again, I think that's something that also shares in common with the Marsa, I believe also has the same kind of thing. It's a very similar backpack. Good guy, Zach. Yeah, it's not that I want to be a good guy, it's just that I just... And to say, like, I don't care, it sounds callous, or it could sound like I actually do care, but I'm just saying, like, I don't care, but I really just actually don't care. I have my thoughts about it, but it's nothing that I need to express to anyone. I mean, I've talked with friends privately about it, but there's no reason for me to comment on it publicly. It's nothing like saying like it's like a thing to comment on, like it's some drama or something like that. It's just not. It's not a thing. It's nothing. It's nothing. That's all. Next meme. Big Stacks, you're anti-drama Zach. You were trolling a bit. Sorry, it's fine. Like I said, I did make a kind of goof video on that, which, like I said, you guys will see in a couple days. But and it's something that I've wanted to make for a long time. I wanted to make a video goofing on the whole like thing of how to organize your runners, because it's such a kind of silly thing in general. So wait, which part of the backpack goes up or which part goes down? So there's the backpack. There's like an indented part, which I guess is not. I guess it's like that. Pretty cool backpack for this too, I like it. Like the double layer thruster bills, yeah. Ooh. Okay. Now the weapon bits. Shields and the Sturmfasts. Die Nerfharschen. Oh, hey. Anyways, this Geara Doga is freaking awesome. Indeed. Scuffles. I want to go back to the extreme meme days, Mecha Gaikatsu 100 layer primer type videos. Something like that, yeah. Yeah, this particular video that I've got coming out I think will be pretty funny. And yeah, a couple other kind of funny things that I want to work on for other video ideas. So we've got Beam Axe. handles are just kind of their own thing. Let's go here. This part and this part. Oh yeah, Zach, have you seen the clip of the PG unicorn falling off the balcony? Yeah, I saw that. I don't know what that was about, but that was actually, if you guys noticed, that was the Dragon Momoko PG unicorn. It was not a Bandai kit. So at least there's that. At least the kit didn't cost as much. But I have no idea about what the backstory was or whatever for that kit, so couldn't say. And I think the video it was taken down pretty quickly, right? Whoever originally posted it took it down not long after it was posted, but it was posted and shared everywhere. So if you were online at the time, then you surely saw it. Zach, I will send you a message on Facebook next week or so listing the kits I would like to donate. Thank you, man. Very much appreciated. That will be good for probably the contest that I'll be running probably around the middle of the year, in the summer. That'll be good. There's one rifle. I actually kind of like that more than I thought I would. It's not bad. It also has a sticker, though. Number 4. Get that sticker off. And here. There we go. So there's one rifle. I'm going to skip ahead just because here to this part of the shield. For no reason at all. Skip past the other rifle and just build this part here first. And these little bits go in here. What are these? Can one of you guys tell me now before I get into the review and just do my usual where I, in the review, and just say, I don't know what this is, but it's something. You guys know what these are supposed to be? They look like little anti-personnel cannons where they would just like fire a little round of like anti-personnel shrapnel or something like that, kind of. But I also don't think that that's right. So what are those? What are these bits here supposed to be on the shield? Smoke launcher? Is it? Is it used in the anime? Or you guys are saying they're smoke launchers. Okay. I don't remember that, and it's been forever since I've seen Char's counterattack. I was probably like 18 the last time I saw it, so it's been a long time. But thank you for that. Solves that, so I don't have to make a fool of myself in the review. Thank you. Let's see, 2. There and see. There's a shield. Really cool shield for this, of course. We got a little pilot figure. I'm just throwing him up there. Let's build the other beam rifle. Shall we? It's very simple. Just a couple pieces popped together here. Here. The extra ammo clip. So what are we supposed to do with the extra ammo clips for this? Oh, they fit inside the side skirts. Okay. Interesting. And barrel. Go like that. That was not right. It was right. Hey, Zach, what do you think of the P-Band.mg Dwaj? Jalvinoid, I mentioned about this a little bit earlier, actually. I'm really excited for the Dwaj. I'll show you something here in a moment. Our last couple of little stickers here for the cameras on this beam rifle. Or this would be, yeah, beam machine gun. They're both beam machine guns, so you just have two different style of beam machine gun. Is one of them is one of these the one that's used by Resin Schneider? I'll have to pull up a picture of that kit. Let me check on my phone. Geara Doga Resin Schneider. Yeah, okay. Huh? Hang on. Oh, what? What? Hang on. No, so yeah, the Resin Schneider version uses this one. Yeah, okay. So actually you could make, I mean, if you paint, you could make this into the Resin Schneider version. There's the P-Bandai version. There's a P-Bandai version of the Resin Schneider kit of this, but it's just a recolor, it looks like. I don't think that would actually come with any different parts at all, because both of the beam rifles are included with this kit, so. But something else I'll show you here. Ta-da! It's a resin dress-up kit for the Master Grade dom to make a Master Grade Dwaj. So I have this actually already, and it's pretty nice. It's a recast, but the quality is pretty good. So I have a regular dom, and I have this resin dress-up kit for making that into the Dwaj. So I need to get around to trying that eventually. But now that Bandai is making their version, oopsies! That's the second time that that's happened. I guess what I should do is just not buy any resin version of anything that's ever appeared in Venom Unicorn. Because I did it, like the same thing happened with the Rigelgu. I really liked the Rigelgu, so I bought a resin dress-up kit for that, for the high grade. And then Bandai made a P-Bandai Rigelgu, and then they made the Double Zeta version as well. And now with the Dwaj, it's just like, okay, don't buy any resin kits if it's something that appeared in Unicorn, because there's a good chance Bandai will eventually make it. This is going to be it here. This last bit to wrap up the stream, just putting together the Sturmfasts and going to wrap up the stream and then just immediately drop down my backdrop and get to work on the review. See, I'll be able to post the review up tomorrow. And so, to wrap up the stream, if you guys have any final questions or anything about the kit or whatever, feel free to ask now, because I'm about to call it a night here on Twitch. There we go. Now this. ammo bits fit into a specific side. This one would be this one. And on this side would be for this one. Zach, please say you don't think Bandai will ever release an MG DOS. Yeah, I think MG DOS is very, very unlikely. For sure, dude. Alright. So that big boy is done. Let me get my thumbnail pic there. Where's my LED? I don't have an LED for this, unfortunately. Yeah, at the very beginning of the stream, I don't know if you saw, but I tried using this cheap Chinese LED, and it's not working, so no LED. Sorry. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'm going to now record the review, and you guys can look forward to that tomorrow, and then the next one after that, next to stream, is going to be the Geara. Probably in a couple days' time. I would say Thursday night, but Thursday is my birthday, actually. So, I don't know. I may not want to stream that night. I might be busy on Thursday night, so I might put that off until Friday night. And I also have the HG Leo flight type to build, so what I might do is just like on Thursday just post the unboxings for both of those kits. The unboxing for the Arjaja and the HG Leo, and then Friday night do a stream of building both of those kits in one live stream. I think that might be a better idea rather than streaming on my birthday. I'll probably just hang out with my wife that night and go to bed early, probably. That would be a good way for me to celebrate, to just kind of kick back and relax a little bit, not work in here. But anyway, so thank you for the birthday wishes, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out in the stream, and I'll see you very soon. Goodbye. Bye-bye.